The Kamome began operating as a limited express train bound for Nagasaki in October 1961 and has remained popular for at least the past 60 years. The Nishi-Kyushu Shinkansen is a Japanese Shinkansen high-speed rail line on the northwest part of Kyushu Island that is operated by the Kyushu Railway Company. A segment of the line that connects Nagasaki to Takeo Onsen commenced service on September 23, 2022.
Shinkansen. This is a Sakura Super Express bound for Shin Osaka.
3快速佐世保行きは11時38分4番乗り場から発車します。乗り換えのお客様は乗り換え改札口を通って在来線乗り場へお入りください。
As you can see, on our way from Kumamoto to Nagasaki we have to change twice. Once from the Shinkansen to the local express train and the second time again to the Shinkansen, which has been running on this line for 2 years. The Nagasaki Electric Tramway is a private tram system in Nagasaki. First tram line was opened on November 1915. Locals also call them the electric train, Densha, while JR lines are called JR, the train cars, Resha, or the locomotive train, Kisha.
Nagasaki Museum of History and Culture is located a 15-minute walk from Nagasaki Station or a 5-minute walk from Sakuramachi tram stop on Line 3, one stop from Nagasaki Station. The museum has a section each dedicated to telling the story of Japan's relationship with its 3 main trading partners of the era, China, the Netherlands, and Korea. The history of these relationships is recounted through the exhibition of artifacts, including tools, art pieces and documents, as well as through diagrams and dioramas depicting trade routes and city districts where foreign traders lived. Japanese azaleas are a very popular addition to gardens. Diamond varieties were bred in 1969 by the German botanist Karl Fleischmann from Weissmoor. All boast very compact, dense growth and an annual burst of smaller flowers that open a little later than most Japanese azaleas, usually in late May. Scale model of a Dutch trading post in Dejima, former artificial island in the harbor in Nagasaki. Dejima in the 17th century, also called Tsukishima, lit. Built Island, was an artificial island off Nagasaki, Japan that served as a trading post for the Portuguese, 1570 to 1639, and subsequently the Dutch, 1641 to 1854. For 220 years, it was the central conduit for foreign trade and cultural exchange with Japan during the isolationist Edo period, 1600 to 1869, and the only Japanese territory open to Westerners.
The Nagasaki Port is a natural harbor that is surrounded by mountains on 3 sides. It opened in 1571, and developed through trading with foreign countries since the olden times. Thus, the impact of foreign trade is very evident in the streets, in their food culture as well as their events.
Glover Garden is an open-air museum in Nagasaki that exhibits mansions of several of the city's former foreign residents and related buildings. It is located on the hill where Western merchants settled down after the end of Japan's era of seclusion in the second half of the 19th century. The main attraction of the garden is the former Glover House, the oldest wooden Western-style building in Japan. Thomas Glover was a Scottish merchant who moved to Nagasaki after the opening of its port to foreign trade in 1859. He later assisted some of the revolutionaries who would eventually overthrow the Tokugawa shogunate. Active in various industries, including shipbuilding and mining, Glover features prominently in the early history of Japan's industrialization.
The Nagasaki region of Japan used to be the religious center for Japanese Catholics and European missionaries during the 16th century. The Oura Cathedral is one of the oldest standing Christian churches in Japan. It was built on a hill facing the port of Nagasaki during the Edo period by French missionaries Louis Théodore Furet and Bernard Thady Petit-Jean under the order of the Paris Foreign Missionary Society to commemorate the history of Christianity in the city, as well as to accommodate the growing community of foreign merchants in Nagasaki. Said to be one of the oldest stone-arched bridges in Japan, Meganebashi stretches across Nakashima River and is one of Nagasaki's most photogenic tourist attractions. The name means "spectacles bridge" because the reflection of the arches in the water looks like a pair of eyeglasses. Although floodwaters severely damaged the bridge in a 1982 disaster, it was rebuilt using the same stones. The riverside area around Meganebashi is just a short walk from the Nijiuebashi tram stop on the Ishibashi, Green, streetcar line. Meganebashi is lined with places to eat and shop on both banks, and is perfect for a half-day jaunt.